beautiful album. The other thing was Missing You by Case.
Yeah.
Because you know when we first heard Case was when he did Touch Me, Tease Me, and so and it was off a that big soundtrack. It's like, okay, so what lane is he gonna be in? And then when you come out with I'm Missing You, I mean it's one of his signature songs. So when we see Case now, we remember Touch Me, Tease Me. That's his signature track. How did you come up with that particular track, man? I mean, but also the
it's crazy because
I was going to say that we don't talk about love songs, about men talking, showing their emotions. So that's one of the powerful things that you guys do that we're missing. Yeah.
That's what we would try to do in songs. Like we would try to allow that male artist to be vulnerable. And so like Missing You, we actually initially recorded that with Joe.
Joe?
We wrote it with Joe.
Oh.
The singer Joe.
Yeah.
Crazy thing happened. We recorded the song. We wrote it together and everything in Atlanta. Joe's manager at the time, well, I think it's still his manager, Kadar Massenberg. OG in the game. Very powerful guy.
Neo Soul.
Kadar was like, radio will never play that record.
Kadar.
It's like, what? It's like, nah, radio won't ever play that record, man. We thought they was passing on it. So it was like, okay. Months later, we're in the studio. We're just going through some songs, just me and Tim in the room. And Tim played Missing You. This dude pops in the studio, was like, hey man, what's that y'all playing right there? It was like, oh, that's this song that we did on Joe that's probably won't get released or whatever. It was a guy named JoJo Brin. JoJo was the A&R for Def Jam. So JoJo was like, hold on, man. Go back on that. We played it again. He said, hey, hold on, I'll be right back. He come back on the phone. He got Leo on the phone and said, we want this record right now. Can we fly Case out? We want this record right now. We can do the business. Let's get everything. Because they were working on the Nutty Professor 2 soundtrack.
Yeah.
They literally flew Case out like a few days later. We got the deal together. They flew Case out. And it was there. So, recorded the song. The song came out great. And initially, Case was intimidated because, singing a song behind Joe.
Yeah.
It's like he was, but the interesting thing was Case delivered better than Joe did. And it ain't too many people that's going to sing better than Joe. Joe's literally probably the greatest singer that I personally ever worked with, ever.
Yeah.
And that's including Brian McKnight. That's including so many amazing vocalists.
Yeah.
That's including Sean Stockman is one of my favorite singers in the history. But Joe is like, it's...
Yeah, no, Joe.
So anyway, needless to say, Case was a little like, hey, man, wow, this is a daunting task. But he came through, man. Like maybe a few weeks later, we get a call from Kadar. Yo, man, y'all gave away that record. We never passed on the record. I just said radio won't play it. So, like, man, you've been saying that for 3 months. Oh, radio ain't gonna play the song. It got ugly. Kadar was hot. So next thing you know, Lior called us like, guys, what's going on with my record? I hear that Kadar's blah, 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 blah. We literally had to go into litigation.
What?
It was a settlement. Joe could release it abroad. Case couldn't at least release it abroad.
What?
Case will release it domestically. Joe can't release it domestically. Joe has a version that was released in the UK and Japan, and it went #1. A lot of people don't know that. Case version was never even released, like commercially released outside of the States.
What?
That was the agreement we all had to sign off on. Ain't that crazy?
Was Kadar head of Motown by this time? He
wasn't head of Motown. He was just managing Joe at the time, but he still, he
had some power. Guy. I thought Leo would have a lot more pull to be able to get that sorted without.
You know what's funny? The first time I bought a G-Wagon, I bought a G-Wagon, and it was before they were released in the United States. But I knew of a source that was getting them through Mexico. It was a broker that I had met through some car guys out here. True story. My car gets delivered. I ordered a G-Wagon and it only had like 500 miles. Now, mind you, this before they were released in the United States. So the guy called me, he's like, I got one for you. He said, it's used, but it literally only has 500 miles on it. It's from New York City. I said, I'll take it. It was black, gave me all the specs, showed me a picture. I said, I'll take it. They put it on they shipped the G-Wagon out to me. The guy calls me the day that it was delivered. He's like, hey man, I think you know the guy that the car is coming from. I was like, what do you mean? He said, you know Kadar Massenberg? I said, it was Kadar's G-Wagon. I literally had we had did a deal with Def Jam because Missing You was so successful. We did a deal with Def Jam and they gave us this very, very, very nice advance. And I went out and bought a G-Wagon. Ironically, it was Kadar's G-Wagon. I'm not saying he needed to sell it. I'm not saying that at all.
Yeah. No.
But the cool thing was there was a cigar. Kadar hit me. He said, hey, look in the glove compartment. And it was like some nice Cubans. He said, man, congrats, man. Y'all did y'all thing with Missing You, man. You was right. I was like, wow, that's cool. He'll send me some nice cigars inside the glove box.
Wow.
But true story, though.
Oh, yeah. Goodness. Yeah. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of Halftime Chat. Please remember to subscribe, share, and comment. But most importantly, why don't you become a member of Halftime Chat? We've got amazing videos, amazing perks, and being able to support the channel. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.
I never participated in that category.
And somewhere in between
us, or even loving us, on which I didn't miss you with.
What was it like growing up?
She's still making an impact on 4 houses down.
I have a couple of pieces.
Trying to get this one and that one.
That works for you, but just for me,
No. Okay.
They understand what Jonas boys and men all
Play it.
these guys, they all work together.
I mean, I love all different genres.